Okay, I'm re-recording this video again. I spent like 40 minutes yapping, basically, and I did the whole tier list. So this is the final tier list if you want to see it. Like S tier is basically like a must-have character. Like you'd be stupid not playing this character. A tier is like pretty good characters, pretty good. Like you can use any of these characters and mix around them. B tier is like middle of the road. They're pretty good characters. Like you can use them. You can use them in some niche scenarios, which would be nice. C tier is like very niche. Like you could use them very nichely, like depending on like what you really need. Like they're not good, but they're not good. And D tier is like just don't use it. And I'll explain my reasoning now. I'll be quickly. Alchemist, good intellect, good speed. Craft bomb, very strong. Bombs are very OP in this game, so I'll definitely use that because bombs, secondary actions, you do more DPS overall, and they have like debuffs and stuff. So they're very good. Especially if you have stuff that can give you lots of secondary actions. You can just throw bombs at a boss. It's very funny. Very good. Smoke Flea. This ability basically doesn't exist. You barely use this ability. If you have to use this ability, then you probably made a bad decision. So this body's kind of trash, but it can be useful, I guess, in some very niche scenarios. Next we have is Blacksmith. Standard tank, good strength, good vitality, low speed, so you probably want to run Eager on them, which any tank you play want to run Eager on them apart from like maybe like two tanks. Steadfast, you can block if you're holding a shield, you have a chance of negating all damage. This scales of your vitality and your luck, and also the lower HP you are, the more chance it triggers. So if you have high vitality, high luck, this ability will trigger a lot more often. And if you have lower HP, this ability will also trigger more often. Then you have Mend as well. This doesn't do too much. It just saves a breakable weapon from being destroyed. So there aren't a lot of breakable weapons in this game. But if you do have one, there's a chance it can just be saved from the blacksmith. And now let's say if you're running Berserker, which Berserker that makes all weapons breakable. I guess this could be a nice ability to have. Standard tank, they do everything like just kind of basic. Like they're not too good, not too bad. That's nice to have. Next is Busker. Busker's good. Talent character. You can be talent or strength. So you can be in the back line or front line, depending on what you need, which is nice. Nice flexibility. Issue is low speed. So if you're playing him on talent, he's kind of bad because he's not too fast. Like in my opinion, you want talent characters fast because if talent characters go first, you can buff your team up to make you can buff your team up or debuff the enemy team before they have a chance to move. And since Busker is so slow, that's probably not going to happen. The enemies are probably going to go before you, so good luck with that. So I feel like he's better as a tank in that regard because he's too slow to proc those abilities. But as a tank, there's other tanks that are better. So he just like I guess he's a good flex character, but I feel like he's not good at one thing in specific. He has good stats on these two, so good flex. Entertain, gives you money. Always nice to have. Why not? Gives you extra money. Nice, good job. Distract, one of the best abilities. Very good, especially combined with shock. Very good, especially late game if you get a bunch of distract characters. Very good. Very good ability, but he's not good compared to another talent character we have. Farmer, good tank, good stats, slow, obviously. So you probably want to run. What's his face on it? Eager. I think your stats are honestly better than the blacksmith. You have more balance. You have strength, vitality, or awareness. You can run. Vitality weapons are shit, but you can run like shields and stuff on him, and you have good vitality, so it's pretty good. And you have good strength, good awareness, good weapons. You also have a mini tank, so you can like give a chance. You have a chance as a second action to summon a scarecrow, which can tank up to 5 hits before it dies, and it loses 1 HP every time its turn hits. So you can take up to 5 hits, and it loses 1 HP. So if 5 rounds is not hit, it will die. But it can take up to 5 hits fully, which is nice. It just makes you as a tank character makes you lose less HP overall. Like you have your farmer to tank. Then you also have the scarecrow to tank as well. And if you taunt on like a farmer or something, you can just use that, and then they'll attack you, and it'll hit the scarecrow instead of the farmer. So you should lose less HP. I feel like the farmer is better than the blacksmith. You have more weapon variety, and I feel like you lose less HP than the blacksmith. Like your ability makes you lose more HP than the blacksmith. Like you said, fasting, in my opinion. So I feel like you use less HP, and then you have more like flexibility. That's why he's better than the blacksmith. Friar, probably the best tank in the game. Very strong early game. He's intellect as well. Issue is you're probably not gonna run intellect on him. He's slow, so obviously you're gonna run eager. Good intellect, so I guess if you have a secondary weapon, you can use intellect on him as well. Good vitality, so he's good at tanking. This guy doesn't do damage though, so like if you're expecting your tank to do damage, this guy is definitely not. He's like the tank. Like he doesn't really do damage. Like he can, but he doesn't do damage. And if you're running, I guess if you're running an intellect character, I guess you could use this guy as your intellect character, but intellect characters are too strong in this game, so this guy using intellect is probably like meh. But his abilities makes him the best because he can drink alcohol, no debuffs. So he can drink alcohol, gives him 50 endurance, 50 like the 50/50. No confusion because he doesn't get any negates. And he has cheers, so you can pass his effect onto the allies. This can be useful and bad. It depends. It can be good if you have like a mead. You can give your entire team like full protection. Then you have fine alcohol, so you basically produce infinite alcohol, which combines well with Iron Bellow, because you use fine alcohol, and then you can use the alcohol to drink and tank. Very strong early game, and then in the late game it's not as good, but still, even by the time you get to late game, he's not really tanking anything anyway. So he's probably the best tank in the game, in my opinion. He's very strong early game, so very good. Herbalist, second best character in the game. You either build into intellect or awareness. Excuse me. I think the stats are good. I think they do conflict a bit, but their abilities are just too good. So speed is not too good. So they're just a support character. They're gonna not come in doing damage. They're gonna be slow. So their weapon doesn't matter too much. They're more of like a support character to help. So and you have find herb. Herbs are very OP. Basically every herb is useful. Even if you don't use them, you can combine the herbs with like a focus pipe to get focus back. Like you just eat a herb because you get infinite herbs basically. You can sell them if you want, but you get infinite herbs. Like most of the herbs are very good, even in late game. And then you can just eat the herbs to get focus back with the focus pipe if you want to go for that strategy. And you have party heal. You use less god spears, you heal your party more often, and it's just built in, so you don't need like a staff or like an item for party heal, which doesn't really a pain. But like the find herb is definitely what makes it. Find herb is definitely what makes this character good. If they didn't have find herb, they'll be bad. If they just had party heal, they wouldn't be good. But find herb is what really defines them. Hobo, they're okay. They're like a flex character. You can build anything into them basically, and they have a chance of finding any item. It's okay. You can sell those items for money. Maybe even use them. But they're just kind of a flex character. They're okay. They're not too useful. Like if you're not building an ideal comp, you probably wouldn't use Hobo. But I guess if you just want to run like anything, you just run Hobo. Hunter, good DPS character, probably the best solo character in the game. But like it's Hunter then Stablehand, the best solo characters. Like if you're playing solo, you'd always run a Hunter. He's got good speed and he's got good awareness. Issue is he only can run bows really. He doesn't really run the spears and stuff because his abilities complement him as his awareness. In Dark Carnival, Friar's abilities do absolutely fucking nothing. Only Cold Shot matters in Dark Carnival. So if you're playing Dark Carnival, I probably wouldn't use him unless you're playing solo or if you just like enjoy playing him, obviously. But Cold Shot basically does double damage if there's a chance you do double damage. And the scales of obviously your awareness and your luck. Energy boost gives you like 2 extra movement tiles in the overworld, which is nice at traversal. Sneak and then ambush makes those rolls easier, which is nice. It's a good character. He's good for DPS. It's not really good as a team character, but he has a really good DPS and he's really good solo, so pretty good character. I wouldn't say he's that as good as other characters. Minstrel, best talent character in the game, in my opinion, because they have just high speed. It's good talent, high speed, perfect talent character. Because talent characters, in my opinion, should have high speed. Because if the talent character goes first, they can buff their allies or debuff the enemies. They buff their allies, so when the allies go, they have the buffs already. Or like they debuff the enemies, so the allies have more time to do stuff, etc. Like if you go before the enemies or your allies, then you just give them buffs. It's just nice. It's better than Busker because Busker can't do that. He does it afterwards, which is not as efficient as Minstrel. I think Busker's abilities, like his distractibility, is better than Minstrel's overall. Minstrel's Inspire, which is good. It's good to level a little bit faster. It becomes obsolete once you reach level 9 because you can't level up past level 9. So once you reach level 9, this ability doesn't exist anymore. But it's nice to get a bit of XP, level up a bit faster. Encourage is good as well sometimes. When you miss a skill check, you have a chance of succeeding. Distract is better. But this is not a bad character. It's mostly because their speed. If Busker had a better speed, then Busker would be better. But since Minstrel has high speed, Minstrel's by far better looking every way. I mean, I guess the special abilities. I think Busker are a bit more preferred. I think if you had Busker with Inspire, and then like Distract, I think Busker would be better. And then high speed, but Minstrel's better. In Pathfinder, this character's absolutely fucking shit. They are useless in Dark Carnival, so don't even play them. Survey, you have a chance to find things a little bit faster. I think it actually is based on how close they are. I think it tries to find things closer to you rather than further away, which I feel like further away is better. I don't know, because it reveals more of the overworld, but it has a chance to find things closer to you. So it can make exploration a little bit faster, and they have good speed. They have good talent and good awareness. But the issue is they have good speed. Good, that's good. Talent and awareness. You're conflicting other characters. There's Hunter. There's Farmer. There's just other characters that are better. That share a stat. And then there's talent. You have Busker or you have Minstrel. So why'd you run that when you can run? It's just not a good character to run. No, so I literally ran them in a playthrough, like on Miner's Landing, and everybody procced one time. It didn't show me anything. It showed me something I was gonna ready pathing towards anyway. So you basically, it's just not good. Like it can be. I can see a scenario where they can be useful. They can find things a little bit quicker, faster by chance if you have good RNG. But at the same time, it's just kind of very niche character. Don't expect them to do damage. They're niche. Remember the Scholar? Scholar is good. The only issue with Scholar is, like, Alchemist is basically better in every way. Scholar can be either intellect or talent. He has pretty good speed. Not the best, but pretty good speed. You just get a few items on him and he'll be, like, pretty fast compared to other characters. Refocus. Basically get passive focus. Always nice to have. Scales of intellect and luck. And he has Final Scroll, same thing. Gives you a random scroll. Scrolls aren't that good, and then in Dark Carnival, half of them you can't even use. But I guess if you're playing in the overworld, you're just speedrunning, you can maybe get a lucky teleport scroll or portal scroll, and just teleport and like travel around the map like a lot faster with him. So that's very nice to have. And also, Purify scrolls are really underrated in my opinion. I don't know if people hate them, but Purify scrolls are really good. They're better than Hagsbanes and Panaxes in my opinion. So if you ever buy something from the shop, always buy Purify scrolls over Panax or Hagsbane in my opinion. Only issue with Scholar is Alchemist does its job better. Alchemist is basically a better version of Scholar. So that's the only issue of Scholar is Alchemist is a better version of Scholar. Shepherd. This character is absolutely dookie trash. You have Vitality, Intellect, and Awareness. You can flex between 3 different weapons. Vitality weapons suck. Intellect weapons, there's already better intellect characters. You have Alchemist, you have Scholar, you have the Friar. Like, why would you want to run Shepherd? Awareness, you have other characters. You have freaking Hunter, you have Farmer, you also have the freaking Herbalist. So, and also, speaking of Farmer, the ability Herd, you have a sheep that joins a party, they have 1 HP, they taunt, nice, it's random, and it happens, they die in one shot, so they tank one shot, nice, cool. Well, Farmer is five shots, not just 1, and Farmer triggers quite consistently, and also Farmer is I don't know, I feel like Farmer's better. Like, I feel like Shepherd you could use, but like, why do you Shepherd when Farmer's better? And their stats collide with characters that do their job but better. So meh. Stablehand. Good, not as good as they can. Hard work is good. There's lots of ways to trigger it. You can use a pipe, you can use refocus, you can use like a minstrel flick to give them focus. You can even use just golden roots, I think, to give focus. This gives you 2 attacks per turn. Only issue is you start with a complete shit weapon. Speed weapons suck. You can build into strength. Issue is though, early game, compared to other tanks, you're not good at tanking. Like Blacksmith out of the gate is better at tanking. Like early game, Stablehand isn't as good. Like it takes a while for Stablehand to build up, and you can build them as like a awareness tank. They have good speed, so speed is good. They can be a really fast tank. The issue is getting to that point is just hard compared to other tanks. Like if you're not a good early game tank, play any other tank. I guess if you're playing for the long game, and if you're okay with like taking the risk, you can maybe build Stablehand to like a really good like late game like evasion tank, or you could run a Stablehand of another tank. You could like run double tank lineup if you want. can also run Stablehand with a cannon and like do like 2 attacks per turn. They did nerf it, so you can't proc like hard work as often. Like after the first time you proc it, like in a combat phase, it becomes less and less likely to proc it. So, and also you probably need to run Nimble on this character if you're gonna use cannon strat, because cannon reload takes an action. And if you want to do multiple attacks in a turn, you have to pray to RNG that you hit multiple attacks in a turn, like you have the proc ability. And also you need a herb to even do that, so... This character's good. Bad early game. Bad, really good late game. Takes a long time to set up, that's why they aren't as good as other tanks. The setup just takes too long, and their reward isn't even as good as it used to be, so they're kind of okay. I guess if you want a fast tank that can also do a lot of damage, Stablehand can be good. Then Woodcutter. This guy's good. I guess if you want a damage dealer in the front, you can use Woodcutter. But I just don't see a reason why to use Woodcutter. Like, he has strength, awareness, you conflict with Hunter, you conflict with other tanks, you conflict with Herbalist. I just don't see a world where you want to use Woodcutter unless you're playing like Friar, I guess, like a Friar Woodcutter comp. I guess could work. His speed's pretty good. It's not bad, it's pretty good, so you can be pretty fast. The only issue is his abilities are bad. Log Cabin, it's not too good. Like you can fully heal. Issue is you get cursed, so if you use his ability, you get cursed. So you need curse immunity, and if you have curse immunity, by the time you have curse immunity, it's probably not even that good because you probably have lots of guard spheres anyway, or 10 pouches just heal your party up to max anyway, usually. So like this Log Cabin's very niche. Doesn't really do much. Really Doorbash, same thing, niche. Makes it easier. Well, you already have high strength on this character, and even on other characters you have high strength, so you're going to probably succeed most of the time. You have high strength, so you can pray to RNG, you have focus, that makes it even easier, or you have lockpicks. So this ability isn't that, it's nice, but it isn't that good. And you have justice, which is nice, it just does AoE damage, and also if you're using like a flame, like using flame single target, it can turn into like flame, like AoE. But other characters already do this without an ability. Like you can already do this on Alchemist, you can already do this on bows. You can like do like fire like bow, like a volley. You can use bombs to the same thing. You can use bombs. You can use bow AOE. You can use just, and most staffs have AOE on them as well. So you're basically it's not that good, too good. Two random weapons are good in damage, but I feel like why would you run a Woodcutter when if you want a damage character, just run Herbalist. I'm not Herbalist, Hunter. If you want a character does lots of damage, run Hunter. Hunter does more damage because you have Cold Shot, which does double damage. You can do a lot of damage, and you aren't really conflicting with like other characters too much as a Hunter. And you have high speed on Hunter, so you go first. So, and his abilities are better. So, I feel like if you're running a Friar, I guess, with a Woodcutter, I guess it could work. But I like he's just a mid. I think that's all the characters. I think, yeah. That's the end of my tier list, so you can see again, this is the tier list. This is why I have them here. Alchemist, Herbalist, probably a must run, I'll probably run these, and Minstrel and Friar, like a Friar, whatever his name. But I'd probably put them S tier maybe too, they're like very close. I think that's my overall tier list. I hope this is less, yeah, 18 minutes is a lot faster, so. Anyways, bye.